Hey there, everybody. Don Evans here from WatchReport.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at the -8 layer automatic in the silver blue configuration. If you check out the -8 website, you'll see that there are a couple of different variations of this model in terms of color. This one is called silver blue, obviously because you see a silver bezel and it has a blue chapter ring. This version also has the layer part comes from the 6-piece stacked layer case. So this is all solid stainless steel that is stacked and bonded together. And you see you have the PVD and your copper finish and then your bead blasted silver finish here. So let's go over the specs. You have a Seiko NH35 automatic movement. You do have a sapphire crystal and this very nice leather strap. You are looking at a 46 millimeter case, just about 46 millimeters from 10 to 4, 52 millimeter lug to lug, and 14 millimeters thick. Your price is going to be $498 from the -8 website. As you can see here, you do have an exhibition case back showing off the the Seiko NH35 automatic movement, and they have put the logo on their rotor. Taking a closer look here at the case, you can see the finish on, the plating here is very nicely done. This part here on the case, the copper, and as you can see the copper there on the hands, actually the copper color on the hands matches the crown more than the part of the case here. This looks a little more bronzish, so color is not exact when you're looking at the case and the crown. This is a push-pull crown. Obviously this is not a dive watch. And of course, from taking a look at it here, you're going to see that there is no lume applied to it because it's not that type of watch. Now, that's always debatable as well. Many watches put lume, paint or compound on, no matter the style these days. When I really look at this, obviously it's racing inspired to me. And, if you're somebody that does not care about lume, then obviously you're not going to care that this watch does not have it. You can see your date is over here at the 8 o'clock position, something a little bit different. It is angled as well. They're just trying to be a little bit different here. Obviously, most of the time you're going to see it at the 3 o'clock position, and many times we see it at the 6. So they, doing a little something different, and of course the name -8, so they put it at the 8 o'clock position. You can see that the dial is more of a charcoal color, not a deep black, and you can see that they have the logo in black, so it almost looks ghosted on the dial, if you will. Very nice contrast with the color of the blue. It's like a nice royal blue, and then you see the copper colored hands. It's a very minimalistic watch. You do have the branding on the side of the case. Normally I don't care for branding on the side of a case, but in this case, because it's PVD and it's not very large or obnoxious looking font to me, not a big deal. As I said, you do get a very nice distressed leather strap. Only issue is because of the way this is attached to the case. This is the only strap that you're going to be putting on this watch. Very similar to Oris style watches. You could see the pins in there. I am not actually sure. I didn't measure the lug width because it is so small. The only way you would get another strap on here would be going to a custom strap maker and getting those measurements exact, so he could, line it up with the case. So some of my issues, or actually I shouldn't say some of my issues, I already mentioned the strap, so if you're a person that likes to, change straps out a lot, that might be an issue for you here. The strap is very nice. It is very soft. It is a very nice quality leather. It is a little on the thin side, and the only part of that worries me, especially when it comes down to the buckle. You could see how thin it is wearability. Will this start to really crease up and get bent out of shape because it's so thin? I think if you were going to go with a strap this thin, that a dual deployant buckle would have given more life to the strap. The only other issue that I think you can readily see in this video is there does not seem to be an AR coating applied to the crystal, and as such you could see a lot of reflective issues and glare. There you could see the camera, and that creates a problem, not only for visibility when you're looking down at the time of the watch, but also for for my purpose, for photographing. I do like the way this stacked case looks. And I do like the different plating finishes because it is something that you don't see every day. I know they do have an all black model and a silver model, and I think one other variation. This one I think highlights the stacked case the most. Let me show it to you on my 7.5-inch wrist to give you an idea of size. As I said, it's 46 millimeters by 52 millimeters, so that is, for most quite a large timepiece. But I feel with the way that this is done, with the way the case is done, being a very round case, that it actually wears more like, I would say, a 44 millimeter watch. Obviously, with a very small bezel, the dial does play a large. But with it on the wrist, it doesn't feel like a gargantuan watch to me, or a super oversized model, in my opinion. When it comes to price at $498, obviously these days, and the many, many, many reviews that we do here on Watch Report, you have a ton of options out there these days. And, options are a great thing. This is obviously another option for you to look at if you're interested. $498, you do have a very nice leather strap. You have a very nice, nicely designed case here. Nothing is off the shelf. It is not an homage to anything that I readily know of. So you're getting originality, and it's not something that you see every day. NH35 at this price point, I've seen it at this price point before. Obviously, we've seen it in watches that are $300 and $200. But sum of all parts, I think the movement fits for the price. Of course, I know we'd all like to see a Miyota 9015, or maybe something a little bit, I don't want to say better, because I've never really had any issues with the Seiko NH35. But we know it to be an inexpensive movement, and I think that's where part of the problem comes in when people look at something as far as value. My biggest thing would be to put a deployant buckle on it and have an anti-glare on that sapphire crystal. Beyond that, I don't have a huge problem with the $500 price point for what the watch is. If you want to see more, click the eye. You'll see a little eye up here in the video. And that will take you to the full review on watchreport.com. You'll see my updated thoughts and comments and a bunch of photos for your enjoyment. And of course, you can always go to the Minus-8 website to check out more about this model or others. Check us out on social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. As always, leave a like or a comment. Please be respectful with your comments here on YouTube. If you are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. You'll never miss another review. This has been a look at the Minus-8 Layer Automatic in Silver Blue. This has been Don Evans for WatchReport.com. Thank you very much for watching the video, and I'll see you guys the next round.